Hey everyone, welcome back to our July edition of Wake Up with NFP.
Christy and I just got back from our summer vacation and we're really excited to tell you about it.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Well, I don't know about vacation, but we went to Branson for our baseball. My son had his World Series.
Oh.
We did really well. We did not win, but we still competed and it was a great time. We got a little vacation time in as well. So yeah, just happy to be back at it again. What about you, Jess?
So we were lucky enough to spend the week at Panama City for the week of 4th of July. So hanging out on the beach, eating your ham sandwiches.
Were there any sharks there?
No, girl, that was a complete myth.
What?
Didn't see a single one.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of myths, there's so many myths around employee benefits and so many things out there. Does anything really come to mind when you think of that?
Oh my goodness, yes. So the first myth that comes to mind is that when you make a change with your benefit broker mid-year, that you either lose your plan or lose your rates or this crazy disruption.
Right, or you have to get new plans or
new ID card.
Right.
Yes. And so the fact is, if all of you're doing is just changing the broker you work with mid-year, there's no disruption to your plan, to your employees.
Your employees won't even know. They don't even notice there is a change.
They don't know who they're talking to most of the time anyway.
Right.
And then so because everything stays the same, it's at renewal where any changes that you choose may take place. What is your favorite myth to run into when you're out and about?
Oh gosh. My favorite one is that it's going to be this long, complicated, tedious process. It's going to take forever, all this manpower just in order to make a change. When in reality, that is absolutely false. All it is just one piece of paper, a signature, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think it gets any easier than that. Another myth I hear all the time is that brokers know or are familiar with the insurance piece of it, but they don't understand all the complexities of running a benefits program through an HR department. Not only do we understand the benefits piece, but we also understand the complexities of educating employees, enrolling employees, the day-to-day policies and procedures, and one of the biggest pieces, compliance.
Yeah, also just helpful in the day-to-day. We like to help all of our human resource professionals. We even have a portal, an NFP client portal that's set up just for any type of issue you're having, you can find compliance, you can find your posters, you can find anything that can really help you from the day-to-day, from job descriptions, you name it, it's all there.
Salary benchmarking, rules and regulations for different states. It's a fantastic piece for HR function support.
Because we really understand the importance of HR and the hard work that everybody has to put in just from the day-to-day.
Absolutely.
Another thing that's out there that we hear literally day in and day out is that people are going to be given different rates, whether if you're a large broker, you're a small broker, you're an individual broker, a rate is a rate.
Relationship, I'm buddy-buddy with this carrier so I can get you a better rate.
Right, and that nothing can be more false than that. A rate is a rate. Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, they do not care. They're going to hand down their rates to every broker. It's going to be the same from one to the next.
Well, and I think that a lot of people don't think about the fact that these carriers need to work with all the brokers to have the best business that they can have in a market. So if they're broker agnostic and they're giving all the brokers the same exact rates, then any decision that is made, they still win.
So also another thing too is about commissions. So you ever run into any of that?
Yeah, so a lot of times I also hear where people will say that their broker will negotiate their commissions down to get a better rate as well. And that is not necessarily always the case. There may be some situations, depending on how the plan is structured, you go into funding conversations. Those conversations can be a part of the dialogue. But when you have a group that is fully insured, less than 100 lives on the plan, it kind of is what it is.
The commissions are built into the rate, so it doesn't matter which broker you're going to. Even if you try to go to Blue Cross Direct, you're going to be paying that same rate. So the commissions are just built into those premiums. So you should never see a bill from your broker. We're paid through the insurance carriers. So if you are seeing a bill or any types of fees from your broker, you might want to look into that.
Well, and I think it's important that we focus on some of these myths that we see today, because a lot of these conversations are being fueled by people who either don't know or they've been given misinformation.
Right. I just simply don't know.
Well, and maybe for them not to make a change. Working with a good broker or advisor doesn't cost you anything different.
Nope.
So looking at it as a resource should be something that's an important consideration when having these conversations for your employee benefits. So now that we've busted some of our favorite myths, we would love to hear what your favorite myths are. Maybe in the benefits space, maybe you're an HR person. I'd love to hear your favorite myth about your job or industry.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Wake Up with NFP. We'll see y'all next month. Bye.